G'day, I'm Corey, and that's Dozer. It was Dozer. Well, we got a little problem. Our chook pen's too small. Little Mama Bantam had 10 babies a while ago, and all of them have survived, which is good, unexpected. So, we need to build a bigger chook pen. Are you right there having a wee? You better not be on camera, buddy, doing that. We're PG. So, behind me is where the new chook pen is going to go. Previously, you saw us do the chook pen out of like the old dog kennel type thing, and that's on the opposite corner of the house yard. Eventually, all our animals will kind of be on this side of the house. Kind of makes sense, you know. You come out in the morning, we'll like do the chickens, do the cow, do the milk, you know, that sort of thing, rather than having to walk over there to do the chickens and then walk all the way back over here to do the cow. So we're going to build one approximately 8 metres by 2.7 metres wide, 2.4 metres high. It's going to have the first 2 metre section will be enclosed, and that'll be the coop part, and then the remainder, roughly 6 metres, will be like a caged part. So let's get to work on marking this thing out. We've come parallel off the fence where Summer and Peanut are. I've come in a measurement from that fence, which will allow us like a little path and then entry to this side of the chook house. Now we're just going to work out square. To work out square, we just do like the 3, 4, 5 thing, like, you know, a squared plus b squared equals the square root of c, or something like that. Okay, so 2650 squared plus 7.9. I work in millimetres, so 7,900, you know, squared, and push the equals button, and then the square root of that is 8 metres 332. Okay, so 8 metres 332. I've been hard at work again in the shed, coming up with an idea to help me dig holes. I didn't want to bring the excavator in the backyard because it really chews up the ground. So, got myself a 100mm auger, and then I just welded the SDS Max bit to it. So that just goes in here, like that, onto our big Milwaukee jackhammer drill. And we're ready to go. I used to test things before I put it on camera. I thought, nah, let's just go for it, see what happens. The theory's sound. I'm down with that. And then I can get our favourite little 2-handled post hole shovel and just make these a little bit larger, but hey. So Mrs. RP is just like belling out the bottom of the hole. You've heard us say that on the fencing vid. Just the hole goes down, and then we chip out a bit of earth on the bottom so the bottom looks like a bell. Kind of helps when you put the concrete in to make a bit of a larger area to stop the uplift. The chook pen material we're using is 40 by 40 galvanised square tube, along with some 76 by 38 patio tube. It's all 1.6 thick, so that's for the chook pen. This is for a carport out the front of the shed. You may have heard us talk about that on the last live, maybe. So this is all 150 by 50 by 3, 8 metres long. Let's just cut 4 of these at 3 metres, and then we'll go stand them in the holes and use some star pickets to kind of hold them up, you know. Alright, so we've got it pretty good for square. We've checked all the measurements for like length and width. That's all pretty good. We're ready. I've just got a thumbs up of approval, so I think we're ready to mix some concrete. This is just what I do when I'm mixing cement like this. Stack my bags up nice and flat. Basically just get a saw and we cut them in half. Then you can just stand it up. A lot easier just to put that in the cement mixer. Less mess rather than have them on the ground and, you know, you cut them open with the shovel and you're trying to scoop it out. I just find it a bit neater. Alright, can you see in here? So see how I've got this ring in the bottom of the cement mixer? Alright, I know that if I go about an inch up from that, that's enough water for me to start. I've mixed a lot of mud in this mixer. It's older than me. Got it for free, fixed it up, hasn't missed a beat since. Everyone's got their own little like bits when they mix mud, right? Me, as you look in up the back corner, I like the mud to just kind of be peeling off the bowl. So we just give it a few minutes, mix it up, you know, like a good dough. We left here and we had concreted these posts in and welded the pickets on to hold the posts. The beauty of sort of just putting a little tack weld on is they'll just snap off very easily. We'll just give it a bend. And I'll just get the grinder and I'll just touch up those little bits of welded left on there so there's no sharp bits for the little chickens to hurt themselves on, you know. Now I'm just going to cut some lengths of this that fit in between here and there. So I've got quite a few of them to cut because we've got to basically enclose this 4 posts to make like a rectangle with a perimeter at the top and a perimeter at the bottom, and then we've got a door here and a door there, and this is what we're going to screw all our tin to. So it's all got to be the structure, you know. The beauty of having things level and parallel. So 2580 is what I'm going to cut these at. I'll just check the bottom side, make sure we're kind of the same. 2580. I amaze myself sometimes. So I don't have the tripod for the laser. I'm not sure where that is. The laser does self-level, but it's got to be within like a certain tolerance for it to self-level. And I think the top of the ladder is a bit too far out of level. Because, you know, nothing's level at ROCKPILE on the ground. Woohoo! We're away. So we're just going to mark a level line on each of these 4 posts so I know how far to measure up to cut them off. We've got level on a level datum on each post. So because we're making the roof follow the slope of the land, I'm just going to measure up 2.4 on that end and put a mark, and then 2.4 from this end and put a mark, and then I just transfer that mark from the datum level that we've got on the post. We'll check it and we'll mark it on the opposite post, and then we'll be level. Level height there, and the roof will slope down to follow the grade of the earth. Now all I've got to do here is I've just got some off-cut bits of 25mm angle and a clamp, and I'll clamp that to the post at the correct height with my texture mark, and then I'll be able to sit the lengths of steel tube on top, and they'll be held in position with these, and then we can weld it. Boom. So the bottom steel, we're just using, that's just patio tube, 76 by 38. We're just sitting it on the ground. Now we have got some mesh, like steel concrete mesh, that we're going to weld in on the floor here. So nothing will get through that, hopefully. And we'll do the same with that patio tube up top. Is this throw the toy before I pick up the grinder? Hey? If you're wondering what that noise is, they're the black cockatoos. There's probably only one, two, just over 20 up there hanging out. They were just in another dead tree over there before. And there's this native tree that they like. It has these like little nuts on it, and there's one down near our front gate. They bloody love it. They go to town on it. I think we're just going to go inside for a little bit. There's some real dark clouds over there. Take all the stuff back into the shed and see how the weather goes. Good morning. Good morning. Say good morning, Dozer. Good morning. Where's my time? We're back. Got a bit rained out the other day. Got Mrs. RP. We're just going to put these two beams up on the higher part. I just need a hand, like a person each end. I've already cut them. They're ready to go. So we'll just quickly just tack them in position, and then I've got a lot of cutting to do of this steel here. So I've got all various pieces I'll need to measure and cut. You're just stopping it from falling off that thing. Alright. So the next, my next step is to cut some of that square tube, the 40 by 40, to fit in here. Right, and I may even just put a string line through just to take that little bit of sag out of that currently. So there'll be a post here and a post there, and then like, you know, a bottom and a top, and that'll kind of highlight the sleeping quarters for ready to put tin on. And then it's just a matter of running another rail about this high all the way around these three sides for the tin to screw to, mesh up from there, put the radio on, throw the toy. You know, that's about it. This is more so they have a run, that if we want to contain them, we can, but every day the chickens are out. Well, actually, you know what, I can't even see any chickens currently. But they do just free roam around here, and they've been learning to sneak into the cow yard because apparently there's some tasty mud pies in there that they like to go through. And there'll be a chicken door as well. So like an automatic chicken door, so they can just go in and out the door in the morning. I'm going to make like a battery operated automatic feeder that will hang from the roof here, and that'll disperse like a set measure of feed every morning at a certain time. So it's kind of going to be a little bit automated, I guess, but you know, we just like making stuff. I like making stuff.
Well, it's reducing the inputs.
Yeah.
On your homestead.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and the water will be automatic. There'll be a.
He's intense.
He's intense because he's got his toy here. Oh, which way are we going to go? Want to go that way? You want to go down this way?
Yeah.
Down this way, you ready? Oh, Sheriff Hippo. He doesn't actually like chasing his toy when Hippo's around because
She's a bit of a fun place.
she's a bit. But once I got all the steel in, then I'll just work systematically through it and weld it all up. All right, so kind of got carried away and thought I pushed record, but didn't. Just stood these up in there. So this is like the 2 metre sleeping quarter section and the 6 metre, you know, day release section. So you're back. So now what I'm going to do is put a rail through about this high around these 3 sides, and that'll be what this bit of sheet gets screwed to stop the little ones escaping. So I've just got a few more little finishing touches to put in, and that'll be the majority of the frames. Got another like little bit here, little one over here, in there, and then I'm going to put one through the top here, and that'll be basically the frame, sort of 99% done. I can measure all the sheets then and order them because they take probably just over a week by the time they got to get cut in Perth and trucked up here to the local steel joint, and I go pick them up. That'll give me time to finish welding out this entire structure, and then we can, well, basically just get the frame done, and then it will just sit for a week or so until we get the sheets. What do you think? You want to throw your toy? There you go. Just toy driven. I was just walking back here with the length of steel for the top, and I heard a bit of a commotion over towards the cows over there, and all I heard was Summer, like, you know, mooing, and then I looked over and Peanut's having like little zoomies, like running around like a bloody little kid. I often wonder just like what goes through their brains, you know, like grass, poo, oh, playtime, you know, and then like repeat. Okay, so if you're wondering what sort of welder I'm using for this, I will do another little video on the welder, how easy it is to use. I might even get Mrs. RP, because she's never welded before, right? And just get her on the trigger and just show how easy it is to operate, you know? Like, but basically it's a not sponsored, no one sponsors us. So it's a Unimig brand. I bought this because I have a Unimig. I have 2 other ones. They've been very good over the years. 2-year warranty. That's one of the things I look for. The other brand, there's a few other name brand welders, like CIG, I looked at what they do, sort of similar thing. Only a 1-year warranty. So I went with a 2-year warranty. I bought it locally, so if something stuffs up, I can take it back to the shop. Not like buy it online, then you got to send it back, you know, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it's a wire feed welder. So I'll just give you a quick little rundown, you know, because I'm here now. So basically, in the top here, we have a little roll of wire, right? And we have a handpiece. You pull the trigger, the wire comes out the end of the handpiece, okay? Now this is called gasless wire, so it actually has like a bit of flux built in to the wire, so you don't need a shielding gas to weld. It does have the option to use gas to weld. There's a little, I'll shut this hood. There's a little outlet on the back here where you can plug gas into, and you use different wire for that. Right, but for outdoors here, this is only light. I think it's like 4.5 kilos maybe, right? So you basically have the earth clamp, which you clip onto your steel, and then you have the trigger, and it just pushes the wire out, and basically just keep the little molten puddle joining the two bits of steel together. Obviously there's a lot more, you know, technique involved that you learn over the years, but that's basically it. Very easy. Judge all you like. Thick skin, remember? So just cleaned it up with the wire brush. Right. So then we just hit it with the good coat of silver. And I'll probably give it like 2 or 3 coats, wait for that one to dry, you know, come back whenever, another hour or whatever, and give it another couple of coats. The bits where I welded the pickets on, I'll just sand them back a bit and give them a coat of the paint as well. Yeah, it's pretty simple really. You know, now we just work through and wire brush, paint. This is like the easy part. All right. Thanks for joining us on the first part of the chicken coop build. Now we have thought of a name. We've got a name. We're going to leave it as like a surprise near the end. So I've even done like a little logo thing for it. So we'll see if we can get that laser cut and get it hung on the chicken coop here. All right. See you folks. Have a good day.